we're out here. The weather's awesome. We're doing a little practice for qualifications. Some of us haven't qualified yet. Anyways, we're out here with the Smith & Wesson MMP40, but we're issued at work. Empty, no mags, safety check. Anyways, first and foremost, you go to Walmart, you'll find this ammo. It's cheap, good to practice, but you will have a lot of jams, but it's cheap. I recommend you get Tula. I don't have very many jams with Tula. Anyways, I went qualifying Friday, and I noticed a lot of mistakes that people make when they shoot. I'm not a professional, but I can tell when someone's doing things wrong. What I noticed about a lot of people that are doing it is when they're shooting in the first and the 3 yards, they're supposed to bring the gun out, and they gotta do this, have your hand like this. A lot of people kind of like their hand is either here, or they don't put their hand here, you know, or they're doing something else. It's very simple, man. Just bring your gun out, hold it up like this. When you're like this, you don't know it, but you're already lined up with your target. I know some people do this, and they're like looking at this, and then they're looking over there, and they're doing this. For one, you're holding it too close, because watch, you're gonna hit your body. Bring it out straight. You're already aiming towards the body. And if you're not, make sure you're in your 3, you're gonna do it. Make sure you line up before you start. Okay, it's right here. I'm right here, so I'll scoot a little bit this way, so I'm like this. Aim yourself. That way, when he blows that whistle, you're already there. Boom, one, boom. You know? Next one, you're already lined up. Don't worry about looking down. Keep your hand where it's supposed to be. Take your shots. 1, you're gonna see where you hit. 2, put it away. It's very simple. Don't bring it in front of you. Don't bring it. It's just an L. You know, enough space so you don't get hit. That's one thing that I saw happening out there. Another thing that I saw was people doing this when they shoot, and this just happens to everybody because it happens to me too. When they're shooting, the trigger finger, they're like really hard. When you do that, look at the front of my gun. It's moving everywhere. It's even jerking down. You know. My advice to these people is what you want to do. Every gun has a breaking point. This here, from here to here, is called play. When you get to here, that's the breaking point. From there, boom, it fires. After you shoot, don't let go of your trigger. Some guys go, don't do that. After you shoot, hold your trigger, release it slowly. You're going to hear a click, watch. You heard the little click? That's your breaking point. Shoot again. Click, shoot again. Click, shoot again. Instead of having to do this, all the way forward and then all the way back again, that's too much movement. So if you learn, get your gun and practice it, you learn where the breaking point is on your gun, it's a lot less trigger play. Another thing that I saw people doing was when they would get their gun, they're holding it like this. I'm pretty sure you guys can see what's wrong there, right? All of this gap right here. See, this gun has a beaver tail for a reason. Protect you from getting hit, but for you to get up in there. See, when you get your gun, this right here, you want it up in there tight. Get it in there real nice and tight. You see the little space right here? People are like, what do I do with my other hand? This space right here is perfect for your palm. This part of your palm right here, put it in this little space right here. Right there. In there, these fingers, wrap them around your other finger. Thumb forward. Thumbs forward, like this. Control the trigger. Boom. Arms out straight, like this. Palm in the space. I see people that do some weird stuff, like this, or like this. I don't know what they're doing. This here is for this part of your palm. Put it in there, wrap your fingers around the other ones, and you're ready to rock and roll. Aim your sights in, line them up, take your shot. Don't ever hold the gun like this. Because when you shoot that, it's going to do this. It's going to do this. It's called limp wristing. For one, your gun's going to get jammed, or you're just not going to be too shaking. You want always get your gun up in here, tight. You got to control the gun. You got to control the gun, and you take your shots. Very simple. Pause it. Another mistake that I see people doing, and I mean, like I said, nobody's perfect, everyone's learning. A lot of people shoot like this. Feet, like they're at attention, and they're like this. Okay, I mean, if you're good at that, knock yourself out. But that's just not proper. It's harder to shoot like that. Another thing, I see guys that open their legs and they do the stick the butt in, put the back like this. If you're good at that, go for it. It's not the proper way to shoot, and that causes a lot of people to mess up. When you're shooting a gun, there's a force going back against you, so you gotta have an opposite force holding you forward. When you shoot a gun, a rifle, anything, spread your feet. You can do it like this, side to side, feet, shoulder, like this. Lean forward, hold the gun out, lean forward. Because when this gun kicks, and you're like this, when you're leaning forward, and it kicks, it's like boom, boom. Your shoulders, your hands are taking in the recoil, you're ready to rock and roll for the next shot. If you don't like shooting like this, straight, there's a side one. You just turn your feet to the side. You want to aim sideways, one arm locked straight out, arm bent like this. This pushes in, that pushes out, like this, and you want to aim like this. Okay, you take your shots. You lean a little bit forward, take your shots. What I'm saying is, when you shoot, you got to lean a little bit forward. You're gonna take some impact. And if you're straight, it's not good. And if you're leaning back, it's not good. I saw a lot of guys and girls doing that. And it's some guys can pull it off, but I can tell you a lot of people mess up because they do that. There's two easy ways to shoot. It's very simple. On one of them, you put your feet about even with your shoulders, your feet, like this. Load your weapon. Man, this ammo sucks. And basically, I mean, you just bring the gun up to you. Try not to duck your head to the gun. Bring the gun up to your eye level, like this, eye level to you. Aim it. Aim your shots. Squeeze the trigger. There's a breaking point, and then you gently squeeze. Boom. Don't release the trigger. Hold the trigger. Now slowly release it. There's the breaking point. Boom. Don't release the trigger. Hold it. Slowly release it. There's the breaking point. Boom. There it is. Hold the trigger. Slowly let it go. You'll feel the pop. When you feel the pop, your trigger has reset and you're ready to shoot again. Okay? So basically, you're level like this. Shoulders are level. Bring it out. Bring it up to your eye level. Don't come down to it and take your shots. That's one way. Another way, people are different. A little bit of a side stance, like this. And you want to do a one-handed, so you bring your gun up to your eye level, but now you're gonna be more like with one-handed straight out, and the other hand bent in, like this. So you want to do that, same thing. Aim it, get your trigger ready, squeeze it. There's a breaking point right there. Shoot. Don't let go of the trigger. Release it slowly. There's the pop. You're ready. Boom. Don't release the trigger. Slowly release it. There's the pop. Boom. Let it go slowly. There's a pop. That's your reset. Boom. Basically, you see the stance that I'm doing is a side stance. You're never going to be feet together, straight up. You're never going to do that. You're never going to do the spread your feet and lean back. You want to avoid all of that. You gotta have some symmetry with your body, a little bit of springage, a little bit of separation, and you gotta lean forward when you shoot. You lean forward, aim it, pick up the play, boom, 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 and you get the picture. Those are a few little tips that I saw at the range with my coworkers. That if you work on that, you'll little by little, you'll get better at shooting. I'm not a professional, but there are little things you can tweak in your shooting that'll help you in the long run. And always clean and oil your gun.